What's up, you... I want to curse in the openings. I don't know why I keep wanting to do that. What's up, guys? Hello. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone. What's up? First of all, new shirt alert. Not really a new shirt. This is actually quite old now. I don't know how hard this is to get. These dropped when Digimon 2020 first came out. Adventure 2020 first came out. It says Adventure : on the side right there. It's like, if you zoom in on it, it's like actually like assy. It's a little big on me. I got an XL because I thought, okay, Asian sizes, you know, an XL should be like a medium. No, XL is like a large. It's kind of big on me, but I like it. I kind of like the aesthetic. We're gonna talk about some bad stuff, all right? Let's talk about the cons. It's funny, I couldn't get 10 pros, but we got 10 cons. So this is definitely a top 10 cons of the Vital Brace. I got it written down on my notes because that's how I do here. That's how we do on this channel. Last minute AF, always. So I did have a poll. 349 of you voted in this poll. That's more people than the first poll about things you liked about it. So a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say about this device, and so do I. Now, I don't want to look like some kind of nitpicky, kind of annoying, you know, little baby when it comes to these things. What I said in the last video stands. If you didn't see the last video, check that out. It's the pros, the things I love about the device, the reasons why I think it's a very, very fun device and you should buy it. And these are really just cons. These aren't like why you should stay away from it necessarily. It's just cons of the device that you should be aware of before jumping in and spending your money to buy it. I feel like everyone should know the pros and the cons. Again, there's 10. Last time there was only 9. But again, I do like this device. I'm still wearing it. This isn't for show. I'm still rocking my boy Black War Greymon. And yeah, people are gonna complain anyway. I don't give a shit. Here's top 10 pros. Damn it, no. That's reverse that. Top 10 cons of the Digimon Vital Brace. Let's get that thumbnail in. Is that good? How about? Let me think of a. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, let's hop right in. All right, number 10. The battery life. Now, it's not horrible. Could be better. It's not as good as your average vpet, where it's gonna last you like a couple weeks, possibly a month, depending on how good your batteries are. This is not going to last a month. This is not even going to last a week. I don't particularly like the battery. I mean, they did the best they could. Look how freaking tiny this thing is. The battery's super tiny. I was expecting at least 2 days, and honestly, if you do turn it off after like 12 o'clock, you can squeeze out like 2, maybe even 3 days on this thing. It's not the best. You know, it is what it is. It only lasts really a day and a half with heavy use if you're not turning it off at night. So just keep that in mind. 3% of you voted for that. I don't know what 3% of 349 is, off the top of my head at least. I don't know. It was 3% of the vote. Moving on. 8% of the vote, you guys said the design. A lot of people are mad about the fact that it's a wristwatch, it's a wrist device. These aren't necessarily things I hate about it myself. This is more of a thing, like a more community thing. Some of these I will tell you are stuff I don't like the battery. I'm not a huge fan of the battery, but I can deal with it. And the design, I don't hate the design at all. I put this on my pros for a reason. I like the design, I like the watch, because you could run this with another device without worrying about them smacking against each other around your belt loop, you know what I mean? And it just looks weird if you have 2 on the side, like what are you, a cowboy vpetter? You know, it's a little weird. So, you know, you can run this and have something here, and I like that. I think that's pretty nice. So I really don't hate it, but a lot of you do hate it, so that's why I did put it here. It is a watch. I think you guys can tell that from anything, promotional images and whatnot. Just know that it is a watch, and it might not fit you. You know, maybe I'll put that little addendum to this. Unless that's already on here. I don't think it is though. The watch band might not fit you if you have literally just average size wrists. I have small hands. I also have small wrists, so this fits on me quite fine. 3 is like a nice tight fit. 2 is perfect in my opinion, but that people can't even get away with 1, and that's if you just have a normal male wrist in the West. You know, not even just America, but just generally in the West. If you have an average male wrist, even if you're even honestly, I think some women will have issues with this as well. It just requires incredibly small wrists. That does suck. And there are, thankfully, extensions that you can buy Bandai had a couple. They were in black. I did buy them. I don't know when the hell they come out though. And there's also another site that has replacement bands in different colors. I didn't buy them from those guys yet though. I got to do that soon now that I mention it. But yeah, moving on. The heart rate sensor. Honestly, I think I should have put this higher on the list because even though this doesn't affect me as much as other people, it still is a definite con of this device because it is so intertwined with the gimmick itself. The gimmick, remember, is vitality. It's your steps. It's your heart rate. If the damn thing can't read your heart rate, or if it's not reading it at certain times of the day, like I said before, you're dropping vital points. You're not getting those evolutions you want. I've heard that vital points help with winning battles. Either way, you're not going to get the big number. You want the big number. I like having the big number. And you're not going to get that if this isn't working. So that does suck. And that is a definite con. I've said this before. I'll say it again. If you have darker skin, it might not work for you at all. And that's super unfortunate. The diode itself, the laser that records or is supposed to read your heart rate, is cheap. But at the same time, apparently this kind of technology not working on darker skin is something that has been talked about in the past. That is when these things were new, back in 2013. It's now 2021, so I'm assuming they cheaped out, bought older parts from back in the day that don't work on darker skin. Super unfortunate. There are apparently some workarounds, putting a piece of paper immediately on the bottom of the sensor right there. Hopefully I can zoom in on it, but that actual sensor, put a piece of paper or a white piece of cloth, that works and helps you get vital value. There's another way to completely circumvent it, but it's a little too cheaty. But I mean, if you gotta do what you gotta do, then you gotta do what you gotta do. You put bubble wrap over the watch and like a phone, and then you play a YouTube video of like certain heart rates, and then it'll trick this into thinking it's a heart rate. I don't know how the hell that works, but that's something else you can do. But yeah, it's unfortunate. And if you wanted to use this thing as a step counter, that's not really going to be very good because the steps are way over your actual steps. Like today it says that I, holy shit, 9,750. I don't think I walked that much. I think this is off by maybe a couple thousand, maybe I think around that area is usually, because other people have kind of compared this to like actual other fitness bands, other actual fitness bands, and like the Apple Watch and smartwatches of the like. This one consistently had more steps than you actually made. So if you're trying to use that as a step counter, not really your thing. Like I said before, it's not really a fitness band, even though they marketed it like that. It's still a toy, and the idea is that I think they overcompensate steps because steps are needed for a lot of things with the gimmick, as I've said before, but it is still kind of unfortunate. If you want to use this as an accurate step counter, not going to happen. So, yeah. The app. I know I said this is a pro. It's also a con. Like I said in that previous video, some of the pros are cons. It's not like it's like something great and there's still something like bad about it. The app is great. The thing that's bad about it, and they are working to fix this, is the fact that it's possible for your Digimon in that time between tapping your phone and it going into the phone, into the app, your Digimon in that in-between area can just get lost in the ether and disappear forever. And there's nothing Bandai can do to help you. Your Digimon is legit gone. It's happened to quite a few people. It's not as common as you might think, but it's common enough to be a problem and a fear. The last update that just came out recently for the Vital Brace app apparently fixed this, what I've been told. That's what they said. I haven't heard many people complaining about it as much as when the app first came out, but that's scary as hell. So yeah. Also, the app is like, it's not necessary. You don't need it. You don't have to have it. I've been playing it without the app. I've been able to get Digimon that I want. I've been able to get enough trophies for evolution and stuff like that. But the app does add more functionality to the device, and some people don't like that. The stuff that they add is, it's enough for me to like be like, okay, eventually when the app comes out in English, I will, the global version or whatever you want to call it, I want it. I'll get it. I'll use it. I think it'll be fun. But for someone now who's not using it, I don't feel like I'm missing out that much. I don't feel like I'm like lagging behind or anything like that. Of course, once they release, you know, raid battles and actual online battles, then I'll start feeling like I'm missing out, but hopefully the global version will be out by then, because it did get pushed back as of recording this video. So I'm hoping the reason they did that is to like prep for the possibility of more people than just in Japan playing the game, people from all over the world, so maybe they're prepping the servers for that. At least I hope. One could hope. They did have English translations for the screens in the app in the most recent episode. I don't know really what to call them, but the recent like kind of commercial thing they did. Maybe we'll be getting the global version very soon. I don't know. But yeah, so the fact that you kind of need the app, you don't really need it, but people feel like you need it. And the fact that you can just lose your Digimon in between. Definitely a con in my book, I would say. It's not something I think is very cash money. And again, it's kind of unfortunate. But yeah. Number. I don't remember what number this is. 6, right? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 6. Yeah, number 6. I should have numbered these in my notebook, but that's alright. Number 6. I said it before. It's a thick boy. Look at that. Hold on. Look at that. Thick boy. That's about the thickness of my finger. If it was on top of my wrist. It's not as thick as it looked like in some of the early stuff when they were showing it off, and I'm assuming maybe those were earlier production models. But it still does jut out enough for it to smack against shit. And it's gonna hit against stuff. You know, if I'm like, oh shit, my cards. Oh god. Alright, hold on. Cut this shit. Just in case you didn't know. You know, I'm in this shit deep, alright? Bandai, send me some free cards, please. That's not even all of them. Look at that. Look at that. Anyway, it's gonna bang into stuff. If I was trying to like grab something, you know, it'll bang. Like I noticed it banged into stuff. This is a horrible example, but you know what I mean. Like, okay, I'm grabbing a shirt right down here. I need to grab a shirt. Boom, it's gonna bang into that. It's gonna scratch into it. It's a little. You gotta get used to that, you know. And it is so thick that you don't really realize, and you will bang into stuff. So it is a con. There wasn't really much they could do. I've seen a teardown of this, and I'll try to remember to put a video of it. The guy is planning on making his own, like, design for the watch where it'll be, like, flatter and circular, look more like a watch. It's really cool, and you should definitely check his stuff out. But he tore this down, and it's literally, everything is just sandwiched together, and then this is over it to protect it, obviously, and then you have the bands. There wasn't really much they could do in lieu of making it any smaller than it already is, because it's literally battery, board, and then like the screen all on top of each other, and there's not really you can do about that kind of design unless they change the look of the watch entirely and do what this guy's doing where it's not even circular but like a flatter kind of rectangular look. But I don't think that'd be very aesthetically pleasing. But it doesn't look like dumb. I still like the way it looks. Even though it is bulky, it still does look aesthetically pleasing. And as you know, I'm all about the aesthetics, alright? I'm very much an aesthetic guy. Screen gets scratched very easily. This isn't really the screen. This is just a protective kind of plastic over, you know, the actual screens. The actual screen is completely A-okay, which is good because, like, you know, I've banged this thing. I haven't dropped it yet, but I've banged this thing into a lot of stuff. It's gotten scratched. But the screen itself behind all this is completely fine. So it does a good job at protecting the screen. But this is a very soft plastic. It gets scratched very easily. And it doesn't like alcohol. So I want to try brassoing this, but brasso is alcohol based, and it seems like when you use alcohol in this, it gets really weird and foggy. However, I have heard that Displex works completely fine. I'll be doing a video Displexing the screen so you can see how nice it looks after you Displex it. Displex makes screens look like new. I shilled the hell out of this product because it's so good for vpets. It is so good. And it's, I heard it worked for this. Someone did try it before me, and they said that it worked like a charm and made that thing look brand new, and that's usually what Displex does to any, you know, vpet screen. So that is good, but it does get scratched very easily. Keep that in mind because it's gonna happen, you know? Take pictures of it when you get it new, because it ain't gonna look like that in like less than a week. I've had this now for, I think, a month solidly, like a month, like a solid month, I think, or maybe 5 weeks. Either way, it don't look the same. You know, I'll get into why, but it is very scratched. So keep that in mind. And if you get out the white one, that band gonna get nasty. I'm telling you right now, you know, I feel like if you're gonna buy the white one, you probably already know that. You might have some kind of way to clean it. I've heard a magic eraser is good on silicone bands like this. Haven't tried that yet. There's another product called, I think, Kiwi. It's for sneakers, and it works fairly well for like rubberish things like this. I'm gonna try the magic eraser though. I think that'll be a little less abrasive. Oh, 29% of you voted on that, by the way. That's a big percentage. 29%. So thank you, 29 of you. I agree with you. It's a big oof. 4. Oh my god. Number 4. I kind of hinted at it last time. The DM logo. It's a nice logo. I like it, and now it's just gone. It was kind of like ghosted. It was like this ghosty kind of look, and now it's just totally gone. And that kind of sucks. I liked the DM logo. It was nice. I know some people just rub theirs off immediately. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to keep it as long as possible, but I felt like, if it rubs off, it rubs off. It do be looking kind of clean, though. I will say it does look nice without the DM logo. Very like clean, but at the same time, like that's, I like the new DM logo. It's a nice Digital Monsters logo. It's just simple. DM and then a little, heart line, lifeline going through it. I like that. It looked very nice, and now it's gone. Keep in mind, if you're going to use screen protector and you're going to take it off, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but if you're going to take off your screen protector, it will take off some of the DM logo with it. So, I don't know what's up with that. Bandai just really... I'm sorry, but they suck with decals. I don't, the X on the Digital Monster X that's coming out very soon in America. The blue and red ones are okay. They don't rub off too bad. The gold and silver ones, oh my god, them shits are gonna rub off. So just prepare your body. It's just gonna happen. I don't know. I guess like top coat it or just keep a screen protector on it. But if you're not, the DM logo is just gonna disappear. Don't feel too bad. I think it builds character personally. A lot of people get pissed off at me sometimes when they see my vpets, because I know I have a big collection. They think I don't take good care of it. I take as good care of it as I can, but at the same time, I feel like it's something you're supposed to carry with you all day. It's not going to look pretty, and I don't collect just to leave it on a shelf and make it look pretty. I like playing with these things. They're fun. So, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to rub off if you don't put a screen protector on it. And even if you do put a screen protector on it, it will probably rub off eventually, because if you have to peel it off and put another one on, it's going to peel later off. And that's just going to keep happening until it's just gone forever. And, that's the inevitability of life, is change and death, and things will get erased. I got really nihilistic at the end of there. I'm sorry. Moving on. Top 3. Number 3. This one is a big one. There's no waterproofing. This is a big-ass con. There's no waterproofing on this device at all. There's no gaskets anywhere. If you watch the teardown, there's no gaskets anywhere, really, other than this, which is not really for water. And this are both really for dust, which is the DIM card cover and the cover for the charger. Those two, not really gaskets. That's just really for dust resistance. And really, this thing isn't rated for dust resistance either. They recommend you take it off when you wash your hands. Now, I don't wash my hands like a maniac. I wash my hands with this, and like it will get like maybe like underneath the band here, but it won't get like under here. And I have had no issues yet. I wear this thing, and I get a little sweaty. My wrists do get a little sweaty, and again, no issues so far. I actually think maybe getting a little bit of sweat in that heart rate monitor might have made it work a bit better for me, because I was having issues with the heart rate monitor, and then it just kind of stopped happening for me. I don't know, maybe that helps. I don't know. I haven't worn this in the rain, but if there was like torrential downpour, I'm not keeping this thing on. I'm taking it off, and I'm like turning it off and putting it in a pocket or something, because it'll probably kill it, honestly. You can't swim with it. That's a really big bummer. I wanted to be able to swim with this thing in a pool. I don't know why, okay? Don't ask me why. I just wanted to, alright? I thought that would have been cool. Hopefully they do add something like that. If they do make a second one of this, or an upgraded model, my 2 biggest things are coming up that what I want. One is the waterproofing, and the second one we'll talk about. And the next one, let's go to number 2. USB micro. Or, yes, micro USB. This, to charge it, is micro USB. That's such a bummer. Like, I know why. Again, cost. It's cheap. Micro USB is super duper cheap. If you want your product to be in the $40 to $50 range, you're having a micro on it. That's just how it is. And I don't like USB micro. I think it sucks. Eventually, it just like wears out, and it just sucks. I prefer USB Type-C. A lot of people would prefer USB Type-C. They didn't do that. It's a big bummer. My two things that I would definitely want if they did an upgraded model would be waterproofing and USB Type-C for charging, because like I said before, micro is just not good. Haven't had any issues with it yet, thankfully. And it does come with a little cable, so that is good. But I'm pretty sure you have like 5 cables lying around. I know I do. They all do suck though. This one is new and fresh and the springs still work, and it just sucks. It's a big bummer. I know I sound like a whiny baby. Bandai had the money to be able to put that in. It would have cost more though, I know that for a fact. That would have probably bumped this up to maybe $70 to $75 instead of leaving it in the low 60s, which is where they wanted to be, because that is a sweet spot. So yeah, it is what it is. You can't share DIMMs, and it does suck, and it does complicate things. Like I said, if you live in one household, you have limited cash. Hopefully, the best case scenario is like, I like Agumon, I like Gabumon, I'll keep Agumon, you take Gabumon, but then you can't really get Omnimon unless you have both DIMMs. It's complicated, and I don't like that. But hey, it is what it is, like I said, and the Bandai do what Bandai gotta do, alright? And this is how they're gonna make their cash. This is definitely how they're gonna make most of their money. I mean, we have all fallen victim to the DIMM. If you own a Vital Brace, you probably have as well. At this point, like I said before, I own every DIMM that has been released other than Shadow Howl. That's the only one I don't have yet. I have all the rest of them, and that is a problem. I can't help it though. They're so fun to collect because they're just like a card with a little thing, and then you put it in and you get all these Digimon. It's so cool. It's like collecting the vpets without worrying about storage as much. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Thanks everyone who voted in the poll that I put up. Next week's episode is most likely going to be the start of the Impulse City DIMM. Yes, we are finally starting the non-special pack-in that pretty much everyone else has run through, but I haven't yet, so I hope you watch me do it. I hope you enjoy that. I will also be coming back with another top 10. I hope you guys like these top 10, top 9, whatever videos. I like making them. They're pretty fun. The next one I definitely am going to be doing, I said it before on stream, but I'll say it here. Next one we do is going to be top 10, or 9, really going to be top 10 DIMM that I want them to do. Because there's a lot of options that we can do, and now that we know, like, with the whole Metabots thing, we could possibly get, like, crossover DIMMs. That'd be sick. So I want to do a video on, like, Digimon I want to see in DIMMs, or specific kind of themes that I want. And, yeah, hopefully Bandai, I've become prophetic again, and Bandai, like, just does, what I think it will. and yeah, huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much. They're right here. One of them is one a member. If you join my member, as far as the channel goes, you get exclusive emotes and a badge next to your name. If you join the Patreon, you get an exclusive, you get a role in the Discord. Also, if the member isn't in the Discord, but if you become a member, you also get a role in the Discord as well. But Patrons get a role in the Discord, and they have my undying love and appreciation. I'm planning on doing some member/Patreon exclusive stuff. It's not going to be anything too crazy. It's going to be more behind the scenes stuff. It's something that I've been meaning to do for a while, and I plan on doing that soon. Hopefully. I can't really record my screen on my camera, or on my PC, and that's what I might edit on. It's my crappy laptop. But I plan on getting a PC soon, and that'll really open up avenues for videos I can do. And one of them is going to be showing off my editing process, and just, how I do and how I get the look that I get and everything. So I hope you do enjoy that. Thanks again. If you got this far in the video and you can't pledge, don't worry. Watching the video all the way to the end like this, giving a like, giving a comment, sharing it really does help. And at the end of the video, click any of the videos that you see. That'll really help me out. So thank you very much. Real quick before we go, the DMX English, we are getting exclusive colors. One of them is this wacky, amazing Miami Vice Jazz Solo Cup looking ass 90s color. I absolutely love it. So far, it was only the blue one and that wacky color, and I think they're both blue because the X on that one was blue as well. And so far we have no pre-orders for the red one yet. It's a little weird. And also the Amazon pre-orders sold out, but those should be coming back soon. So yeah, if you didn't pre-order that, it's gone now, but it'll come back soon. And yeah, that's kind of it. Thanks again for watching. I really do appreciate it. I really do. Not really much I can say. Other than that, thank you guys so much. Take it easy, take care of yourselves, drink your water, all that good stuff. I'm gonna get the hell out of here because it's getting hot in here. There's a lot of lights in here. Alright, peace. Woo.